Is there a child in here that we heard crying before?
That was like a whistle. Yeah.
Ghost dimension.
Hey everybody, it's Tuesday. I can't believe we've only got another week left, or a week and a half left in August. That's just kind of crazy for me anyway. And it's like 62 degrees here in August in Michigan. This is like unheard of. While the South and the Western states are just boiling. And of course, I also want to say prayers out to and send them and ask everybody to add good thoughts and prayers to all the people over on the Hawaiian Islands. It is such a tragedy what has happened, and I'm sure by the time it's all said and done, the life loss is going to be way higher than anybody has predicted. So yeah, please add them to thoughts and prayers, and be grateful for what we have in our own lives, our own blessings. So yeah. So hi, Gail Marie. Hi, Jerry. How are you? Yeah, Cookie. I also posted the link. Yeah, did it go? Yeah, it did go. And if anybody wants to join me in the studio today, I'll be happy to do that. Hi, Michelle. Yeah, I'm going to get to y'all. And Cookie, I'll give you one first today because we haven't had one in a while with you. And thank you for being patient and kind of, going through, just took the deck out, going through everything that you've been going through and just giving it a beat before you ask. So I appreciate that. And I know Spirit will too. I'm actually drinking, not eating, hot tea today because it is cold out, and I've got water as well. So let's see what we can get for you guys today. All right. I'm not going to go down the list quite yet because I don't want to miss anybody. And if I move it, I will. Hi, Michaela. Yeah, I'll give you a read too. Yeah. Yep. We've had, Lord in heaven, we've had so much turmoil down in Africa and Ukraine. And I mean, it's just one nightmarish thing to another. And I know prayers need to go down to Africa as well because there's a lot of infighting, and it's kind of like how they set up gangs or groups or whatever it is, and they're all attacking. And the thing that really bothers me, even with Ukraine, is the citizens, the everyday citizens, the elderly, the children that are getting killed in all these places. And it's like, I just don't understand why people have to be that way. All right, so Cookie, let's see what I got for you today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, well, you got today the desert wolf, okay, which is the coyote. It's the trickster. It's Pan in Greek mythology. I love coyotes. A lot of people don't have use for them because they think they're kind of scavengers. But they're not. They have great purpose. Just a hummingbird went by. They have great purpose, and they work as a group when they hunt and they yip. That's what you hear them calling out to each other. They're all in different locations trying to find dinner, basically, or breakfast or whatever, a meal. Okay, so the desert wolf for you, okay, they're kind of showing, okay, so everybody understands this. We all have both male and feminine energy, right? I mean, we all carry it. It's not something that is, oh, you're so feminine, or oh, you're so like boyish or tomboy or whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. We all have within us a gentler side and a harsher side, or a let's do this kind of a side. And right now what I'm seeing is you've had a lot of changes for yourself, and it's like bringing in this softer edge for you, and it's bringing about a different kind of balance, something that you probably haven't really realized or even really experienced before, at least noticeably. And what it's doing is the spirits around you and the energy that's around you is like working more. Let me get my English right. Working more with balancing that energy that you carry. So you're by experiences and things that have gone on, you're beginning to realize how much more you know than you did before, or how much more you can feel, experience, like empathy. It's just kind of a little bit of a more emotional side, right? And I don't think you're a guy that would show a lot of emotions to a lot of people, but I think what this is telling me is it's okay for you to change. Don't think anybody's going to look at you and say, "Oh wow, you're just so different, or you've changed so much." Change is good. We learn by experience. I also feel that because I hear the yipping and it's like going all around, it's like you have a lot of spirit coming around you to help you at this time. And I feel that there's so many new opportunities that are coming to you, but this is why they're kind of protecting you and keeping around you to kind of help guide you forward. And just know that just because you're sad, or just because you have joy, or you're happy, or you're mad, that doesn't mean that you can't express those emotions, that you can't go through these emotions, because that's what we are as humans. We're here to experience. So all these new emotions and feelings and insights that you're getting, they're real, and spirit's helping bring them to you, so that, yeah, again, it's going to be moving forward. I will also say this because Yo has been around a lot, and I think he's been around a lot of the ghost family for sure, and he's really strong on that side. So he's also urging and kind of wrapping around you at this time. But I just feel like there's going to be a lot of different things and a lot of different people that are going to open to you. But you've got your pack, your protection. The pack is keeping you safe and guided to the right point. And if you need to slow down and take time for you, that's okay. So that's your card today, Cook, and I appreciate you being here, and that's your card today. I hope it resonates a little bit for you. Okay? Okay, I got to go back up here a little bit. Because I missed somebody here. Hi. Hi, Gail. Yeah, I'll give you a card. Okay, and then Michaela, I'll give you a card too. Yeah, it's rough. I don't know. Jerry, how are you? I saw you were cooking some good dinner the other night, over the weekend, I think. I kind of lost track of days for a bit. And I was like, geez, I wish he was here. He could cook for me. Because I don't feel like cooking lately. All righty, here we go. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so your card today is the rabbit, okay? And rabbit represents a few things, like moving too fast, missing things, or fear. They're real fear, a lot of fear in them. But what I'm seeing with you is and I'm laughing because they, like, it's before I even turned it over, they were showing me, is the magician, which I haven't seen in a long, long time. But you know how the magician pulls the rabbit out of the hat. There's going to be some surprises coming to you that are positive, but it's going to be unexpected. Kind of like they're saying unexpected bonus. But they're like pulling that rabbit out of the house, out of the hat, and they're going, ta-da! So I'm not sure what's going on with you. If it's related to something you're trying to accomplish, yeah, it's almost like they're like, it's a hat trick. It's like a hat trick. And I know what a hat trick is because I grew up in Detroit. That's a special thing that they do on the ice with the hockey. And they perform hat trick, by the way. They flip it into the goal. But that's what they're saying. It's a hat trick. It's ta-da! So whatever's coming, whether it's something you've been trying to have happen or actually it's kind of like a goal maybe you set, but you kind of almost forgot about it because it really hasn't happened yet, right? So they're saying keep the faith, Gail, and they just keep pulling the rabbit out, going ta-da! So it's a good thing that's going to be in. It's going to be a good surprise for you. And again, it's almost like they're going to do it just to get your attention to whatever this is. So I would say probably within the next week, week and a half, I'm seeing this happen. You'll have to let us know because that's what they just keep doing is pulling this rabbit. And they're going ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. So I believe it probably has something tied into something that you're expecting or wanting to happen or you've been trying to get your hands on or that goal, right? But it'll be very positive. And I don't think I'll forget that for a while. Ta-da! You got the rabbit. Thanks, Gail. And I hope it'll resonate for you. And yeah, it just basically means it's going to be a pleasant, pleasant surprise. Okay, so, okay, let's see. Hi, Michaela. Let's see what I got for you. Hi, Jackie. How are you? Oh, you're admitting you're a friend of Ruthie's? Oh, boy. No, I'm just kidding. I love Ruthie. She's like my sister. Holy crowsy. Let's see what I got for you first, Michaela. All right, these cards are wanting to be shuffled good today. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, this card comes up a lot, and it's kind of interesting that it does. But your card today is the elk. Okay, elk. All right, that's you hear him laughing in the background. Okay, elk is a lot of times about community. And today it's about speaking your mind, speaking out your truths, because what they do is they'll have the alpha males and the alpha females that kind of herd around the group and keep them all together for safety purpose, and they kind of watch over them, and it's a community thing. But for what they're doing right now, they're communicating. I'm hearing them what they call bleat. When they kind of make their noise or yell or whatever. And this is all about you today, having your voice heard, having your truths put out there. It's almost like with what they're showing me, it's like a timidness that you aren't sure you really want to put it out there because you're afraid of what people will think about it, or if you'll be criticized or whatever, but you got to learn to put all that aside and just own who you are, because you got beautiful light, you're a beautiful person, but I just keep feeling that you often pull back, that you don't really let out the real you or let other people actually know that you understand certain things that maybe they don't. So by you going in and speaking your truths and being who you're meant to be, you're only going to further your journey. And you have to realize nobody else should be able to tell anybody to stand down or be quiet or I don't want to hear it, because we all have purpose and we all have rights and we all have abilities to be able to think beyond the box sometimes. But this is something like you really are, your thinking pattern is very different from everybody else around you. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you need to speak your truths. And they keep hitting my throat. They keep doing this. So it's about you speaking your truths in either the community. By community, that can be all the people that are in your sacred circle. It can be family, it can be friends, or literally out in the community. I'm not really sure, but it's you need to have your voice heard. I almost feel like if you didn't, it would be kind of like they're stepping down on you to get other people or within some kind of an event, they're stepping down on you and they will keep you back. And you need to quit letting people do that and let your voice be heard. And they're also saying, don't be a doormat. You know, at some point, at least I believe this to be true, my truth again, is everybody at some point gets intimidated by other people, right? Sometimes we don't care for what they say or what they do. And it's just all about, they just put their expectations on us, and we don't have to live up to anybody else's expectations. You have to live up to your own. You have to be your own boss. So, Michaela, this is coming through really loud. You're capable of this. You are worthy of having your voice heard. So be more positive and step into it and own it. Okay, so that's your card today, Michaela, and it is the elk. I hope that resonates for you, and thank you so much for coming in today. I appreciate your energy. All right, sure, Hawk. How is Hawk? Man, if you were here, you'd be cooking and cooking. I wish I had somebody. I took something and put it in the fridge yesterday, and it still hasn't thawed out. So I don't know. I might be eating cereal for dinner. No, just joking. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, you've been a busy boy. Have you been a busy boy, Hawk? All right, here you go. This is your card today, and it is the squirrel. Okay, yeah, you know, sometimes it fits. Matter of fact, one of my best friends, she's like a sister to me, Lynn, this is her totem, is a squirrel. Okay, and the squirrel is all about like gatherings, you know, gathering stuff, and they're very busy, but they can be playful, they can be, you know, real, they can be different things that go on. But ultimately, it's about the hustle. So apparently, whatever you've got going on, you're busy, and it's like you're flying through stuff. Like, I'm getting this done, I'm getting that done, and I'm doing this, and things are a little better this way, and things are a little better that way. So what they're kind of telling you to do is slow a little bit down, because it'll always still be there by tomorrow. Nothing's going to leave. And it won't hurt you to slow down a little bit. Just kind of savor the moment sometimes. You're just... And it's like you're burying things. They're literally showing me this squirrel burying things. Like you're burying, how you do that? Burying? Yeah, burying things in the soil, in the ground, around the house, in the house. Like it's your little bits of truth or your little bits of wisdom that you just store up, and you're just putting them in different sections of the house and outside in the property, just because you want to have that so that it's there later at a later time. And this is fine. And actually, just so you know that's true, I just have a hawk right now that just popped out of the trees right here. So Hawk, this is your message, and it's just circling. So yeah, it's showing me that, and you just need to kind of give yourself a beat. Like, it'll get done or it won't get done. Just give yourself a beat and enjoy the time. And I know, like I said, I'd really love for you to be here and cooking for me, because man, you've got some amazing meals. But I'm still telling you, you need to slow down just a little bit, because you're like on this rapid pace. You've set this pace up for yourself because you feel it's limited time. And it's not limited time. It's the right time. Time is a human thing. Time does not exist outside the human. There's no such thing as time where spirit goes. It doesn't matter. They don't care. Time is a human thing. So take it off of you and just slowly start doing stuff for yourself as well, okay? Because I know you're a really good family man. I know all that stuff. But yeah, you got to slow down, all right? So, Hawk, that's your card today, and it is the squirrel. And I hope it resonates for you. Are you good, Jackie? I'm glad you're here. Okay, this thing's popping all over. Hang on. Woo! Okay. Thank you, Linda. Okay, now I'm going to show this so you guys get it wherever you're at. Okay, you're on Facebook and you got Hello Bear. Put your name in front of Hello Bear so I can see who you are. Okay, and then I can do reads for you. Ah. All right, so let's see. Oh, Rita, I didn't see you there. I'm sorry. I'll get you one too. Hi, Sherry. Yeah, well, good. I'm glad you're here. Let's see what I can get for you. Yes, you're able to ask for cards. I just kind of scroll down it wherever it stops. It's where it stops. So we'll get you one now too. Good, Cookie. I appreciate it. And you know, I've been thinking about you a lot lately, and yeah, like I said, Yo's been around a lot lately around me, so yeah, I get it. All right, I'm glad you're doing okay. Sherry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, you got grandfather, son. All right, grandfather, son. Great card. I do see you down there, Cara. I can wave at you. I'll get you in a little bit, so just hang on, okay? Yeah, grandfather, son is your card today, Sherry. Okay, so the sun represents growth. It provides us heat. It provides us things that we need to live, okay? And it represents that growth pattern. But it also represents, because as you can see, the sun is very hot. And every now and then it has these like, I got to do this the right way. There you go. Nope, other way. This way. No, this way. Okay, this way. They have little eruptions on the sun, right? Flares, like they call them solar flares, okay? And what happens is it causes some kind of disruption in energy field on the earth. It really does. But what it's showing for you is there's, okay, so since it's your first time here, let me go over it a little bit. Okay, so your life, you have what I call a sacred circle. We all have it, right? Everything that's important to us, every person that's important to us, every event, we keep there in our sacred circle, right? And sometimes they're family, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're friends, sometimes they're not. But every now and then we got to go back in and check it, because sometimes things change, right? And if we don't change it up, we can't get new things coming into us that we might put there in our sacred circles, or that we respect, or that can help us. All right. So what I'm seeing with you is you need to kind of clean it out a little bit. Like there's people you're not resonating with right now. You don't have to be nice to them. You don't have to be bad to them, but you need to like clean it out. And this is what I'm seeing is these little solar flares coming out and burning these connections out of your sacred circle and putting them on the outside. Now that's not saying you don't like it, or whether it's an event or a person. It's not saying anything about hating them or not liking whatever it is going on. It just means you're not working with these people anymore or these events anymore. You'll always have them and you can always pull them back in if you need, but they're not resonating with you right now. So you need to kind of clean that out. Once you clean that out, you'll actually kind of take a sigh of relief, because it's going to be like, wow, why didn't I do that before? Why didn't I think about it? Because we often don't think about stuff that's affecting us. We think we can just keep it and maybe it'll go away. No, you have to make that decision to push it away, to push your boundaries out. And until you do, you're going to be feeling cramped and stuffed and, oh, this person wants me to do this and this, and I really don't want to, but I feel guilty if I don't. You got to stop doing that, okay? You got to work for yourself. Do things that resonate with you. Meet people that resonate with you. Be close with people that resonate with you. I don't even care if it's a family member. I don't care if it's a chosen family or your bloodline. Just because that is doesn't mean they're going to always resonate with you. And I kind of feel like there's some people around you right now that you'd kind of like to reach out and just tap them on the back of the head and say, really? So whatever this is, you need to kind of clean that out and know that when you do, it'll bring in more positives into you. And again, you're not hurting people. You're just taking control of you and what's good for you. Okay. So Sherry, I hope that resonates for you. And that's your card today, grandfather son. Okay. Hi, Rita. How are you? Ooh, hi, Linda. I am good. Okay. Again, Facebook users, I would love to give you a read, but I don't know who you are. So, and again, hang on. Well, I'll show you after I do Rita. Hang on. Then I'll pull Cara up, and then I'll show you once I pull Cara up. Okay, you guys, if you're on Facebook, because some of you are not putting your names in or have not allowed StreamYard to show you, all I get is the message with no name. So I don't know who it is. And right now it's showing as a guy. So I don't know if it's a guy or a woman or what. Okay, Rita, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, well, Rita, I just shuffled the cards and apparently you get the same card. You also get grandfather son. Okay, but yours is a little different. Yours is not about clearing. Yours is about gathering. Okay, so that's fine. They describe you as feisty. So I'm not really sure, Rita, if you're feisty, but that's what they're giving me. Okay, and by being feisty, sometimes people take it the wrong way. Okay. And as an example, I'll give you with me, people come up to me sometimes that don't know me and they're afraid of me for whatever reason. I don't even have to say anything, but it's how we carry our energy. And apparently I have strong energy that kind of goes out. So people are intimidated by that sometimes. And I just laugh because Ruth and Jerry and a lot of people that I know that have actually met me, I mean, they're like, we don't get that. And I'm like, yeah, I know. So, we may not even perceive or understand that this is what we're pushing out to everybody, but that's why they're calling you feisty. She's feisty. So there's some people. Okay, they're giving me 3 people. There's 3 people that are around you, and they're kind of like your. First, they said besties, but then they said like ride or die. So these are people that have been long attached to you, either through friends or family or chosen family, whatever. And it's like when you guys get together, it's like, okay, who's got the bail money? And I have friends like that, and we go out and we just enjoy. And this is what they're telling, like Spitfire again. Go out and enjoy, because I feel like you've been I feel like locked in, like landlocked, like where you're stuck in a spot and you haven't been able to get out and kind of release that energy. And it's kind of getting, they're using the sun, so it's kind of getting uncomfortable because you haven't been able to get out or get out the way you want to. But I do feel that your ride or dies or your besties should be with you when you do this. It's time to put a little joy back in your life. Go out and be that Spitfire. Have some harmless fun, right? Because again, I'm being shown you've been kind of landlocked, and they're like literally kind of wrapping around me saying, yeah, she hasn't been able to do certain things that you've wanted to do or maybe thought about doing and just didn't get to it. So now's that time. So make sure that you reach out to your besties and your ride or dies, they call them, and go out and have a little bit of fun just for you. Okay, for no other reason. Nobody has to give you crap about it. Nobody needs to judge it. Just go out and do it because you want to. Okay, so this is very important for you. All right, so that's your card today, and it's grandfather's son. Now, I thank you very much for coming on today, and I hope it resonates with you. Okay, so now before I bring Cara on, I'm going to show you, this is what I see on my end. See? Hello, Bear. I'll gladly say hello, but I have no idea who it is. So make sure you guys put your names on that if you haven't. See, because look, here's another one. Hi, Bear. How are you? I'm fine, but you need to put your name in, or just let, here's another one, okay? I would appreciate a card and any messages. I would love to give it to you, but I don't know who this is. For all I know, look here it is again, okay? Before you write anything, put your, hi, it's whoever you are, and then say, hey, Bear, can I have a read? Okay. And I will pull you. I have no problem pulling that. Okay. All right. So hang on here. Okay. So Kara's coming in. Hi, Kara. How are you today? Oh, well.
Yeah, not too bad.
Well,
I've
you're
lost
here.
you.
You're here,
I've
but
lost you.
yeah, I don't know what's going on. Let me get you down here, pull you back up. Can you hear me? Nope, she can't hear me. Okay. Well, she'll have to go in and come back out, okay? All right. Hi, Cindy Pinkham. How are you today? I hope you're well. La 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 la. Yeah, Curry, you're still not moving. See? Nothing. So you got to come in and come back out. I don't know what you're doing. Hi, Gemma. How are you? All right. Hi, Rashid. How are you? Hi, Margaret. How are you? Oh. Going down here, Hannah. Gemma. How are you, Gemma? I don't think I gave you a card yet, did I? No, I don't think so. I don't think I... No. Hi. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Let's see what I can get for you. All right. Cut them a couple times. Shuffle them again. All right. You singing in a happy boy today, Phoenix, huh? He's a good boy. I'm glad he's staying on his cage for a change. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. This is always good. All right, so today your card is the medicine bag. Okay, and this is actually my medicine bag, actually. My medicine bag. See, I've had it for years. It is my medicine bag. Okay, so what is a medicine bag or a medicine pouch? Okay. So within my culture and the traditions of my culture, we often have medicine pouches or medicine bags. And what we put in them is sacred. It's also not anybody else's business about what's inside of it. It's where we get our power, where we get our strength, where we get kind of reassurance. Okay, yeah, this is who I am and this is what I'm able to do. It's my power. So you're stepping into your power. So the medicine bag for you today is all about you just doing that. It's about you kind of sitting and gathering thoughts, okay, about what's most important to you as you're walking forward, as you're moving towards a goal or just moving on your path, right? It's nobody else's business, and you just have to consider what it is because you're the one in control. You're the one that's in control of your reactions, the way you act, the way you respond to certain things, who you let get close to you, what kind of events or things. We're the people that are in charge. We're all in charge of our own. So what they're saying is right now, you kind of have to go in and organize that, whether it's like in a mental place, like, you know, we all have it, right? We all have it in our sacred circles of what's important to us. So if you don't actually do the cultural medicine bags, this is what you need to do. It's about caring about yourself, taking care of yourself, and standing in your own power. I feel too that like the tiger walks with you, like, because I'm feeling like a force of nature with you, and I keep seeing the tiger flicking in and flicking out as I'm looking towards you and your energy. I also feel a healer of some kind that's around you, and this can also represent the medicine bag as well, because it's our medicine, it's our good medicine. But I do feel like you're a healer, like a natural healer. And you're very like strong in who you are. You're a very strong personality, but loving, caring, balanced. But people will look to you, and it's like they keep saying she's a healer. She's a healer. I want to say almost energy healer too, because they're showing me the hands, but that tiger is still walking around you. It's almost like that would be a protector for you, either that energy, or perhaps you have somebody in your life that is that kind of person that's around you. But yeah, this is a healing thing. So yeah, you're very strong. Believe in what you do. And I think you can even expand it more from what they're showing me. But this tiger keeps walking around. So it's protecting you as you do. So you should feel safe in what you choose to move forward on your path with. But again, I'm getting some kind of healer. And I'm getting energy. So you could maybe be Reiki, hands-on, massage. You could even, for all I know, be like in the medical profession, but you are really a healer at your core. So they want you to take care of that, cultivate that, and yeah, you're going to have a lot of positives come out of that. Okay, so I hope it resonates with you, Gemma, and thanks for popping on today. It's the medicine bag or the medicine pouch. You know, that's something that's like, and I really appreciate you coming here, Gemma, because it's really nice to kind of get to feel that energy around people because it's in positives, right? I told somebody earlier today, I try to put positives out even when things aren't going great, because positives are what I want to attract back. So I love having people like you, Gemma, come in, and it's awesome. Oh, I'm glad you're good, Miss Cindy. You went on some nice travels. You're welcome, Gail. Okay, I'm gonna go down a little bit here. Yeah, again, hey, can't see a name. Put a name in. Put a name in. Woohoo! Oh, all right. Yeah, we are. We're one big happy family here. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, Michaela. I hope it resonates. Hi, Aurora. How are you? Ooh. Okay, I'm going down. Okay. Hi, Presh. Hi, Teresa. Yeah, I'll give you a card, Teresa. And Presh, I'll get you in a minute. Just give me. Hi, Rashid. How are you? All right. Here you go. Here you go. Let's see what I can get for Teresa. Yeah, that tiger's still there. Woo, a lot of energy there. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, for those of you that may be new, I picked the 7th card because 7's a sacred number. There's 7 sacred directions, and there's 7 grandfather's teachings. So that's why I use that number. So, okay, your card today is the horse. I used to own them. I love them. They're great animals. They're amazing creatures that you can bond with. They know you, even if you've left and they haven't seen you for a few years. I had a horse that I had not been in my life for probably 10 years, and I finally found her again, and I was able to bring her home. But the greatest feeling is when they see you from way back in the field and you call them and they come running up and they just nuzzle you and hug you with their head and pull them to you. Horses are amazing, amazing animals. Okay, so for you, with the horse coming in, okay, they show me a few different things with the horses, but this one is the horse bucking, and I haven't had that happen at all. And this horse is just bucking all over the place. It's out of the barn. It knocked the stall door open, and it's bucking. And you don't want to get around them when they're bucking, but I feel like this is kind of where you want to place your energy, or you have it inside of you that you have something that's really bugging you and you just want to let it out, but you've been holding it back. And this is what the horse is doing. It's bucking all over the field. And if you've ever been on a bucking horse, it's a crazy ride. I used to train horses and work with them. And when you get on one and it doesn't want you on it because you're trying to get used to riders and the saddles, it's not a fun thing all the time. But for you, it's all about that release. You need to, whatever this is, you're kind of pulling it forward with you. I want to say you're angry about it. and you've been angry about it for a while, but it's building up. And the thing is, you need to release it. And again, this is why they're showing me the bucking horse, right? You got to release that energy. Once that energy goes, everything settles, even with the horses. Once they do that and then they settle, they calm right down and realize they're not going to be hurt by it. And they get really quiet and calm. But with you, what it is you've got this stuff, whatever this is, it's all been building up for a long time. And it's like a pressure cooker. And they're telling me to tell you, you need to release it, not carry it forward and continue to waste energy by adding more anger to it. A lot of times as humans, what we do is something not great happens or somebody pisses us off by saying something or doing something. That's like, it can add up as like a trauma or something that we don't like. But instead of just releasing it or saying our thoughts out loud, what we do is we put it in our proverbial closets and we just keep carrying it further. And what happens is it keeps bringing in and bringing in and bringing in. And it is a way that it's going to break like a pressure cooker. So you need to release whatever it is, whether it's with someone else or about someone else or an event, whatever it is, do it in a way that it can help you. Okay, be constructive about it. Once you do that, you'll have new things coming in and you'll just be going with the flow and stuff will come into you that's more positive. But whatever this is, like I said, they're just showing this. I've never seen it before. When I've done readings like this, and yeah, it's just bucking all over the place. So Teresa, this is your card today. It's the horse. And I hope it resonates for you. Thank you, Cindy. I see you put a sticker up there. I appreciate it. The kids will get it. All right. So let me, oh, Presh, I said I'd do one for you. Hang on, okay? Hi, Carmela. Okay. Okay, hang on. I see somebody writing a big, long something here. Carmela. Okay, just hang on. That's like so involved, I can't even see it. So hang on. All right, Crash, let's see what I got for you this week. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, before I even give you your card, I'm smelling sandalwood with you for some reason. You know, and it's really weird. And I'll say this, there's some people that come on my streams, and I don't know them in person, but we connect. We connect in very strong ways for whatever. And Presh, you're one of those people. And it just comes out, and like I'm seeing two things before I give you the card. Two things. Number one is I smell the sandalwood. The second thing is I see a lotus flower. And it's the flower, but there's a little bit of green leafage under it, and it's on top of water with a floating candle in the middle of it, like a white candle, like a votive. And it's just kind of very gently in this like pond area, and it's just turning, but it's like I want to say okay, they want me to say is it's almost about it's a soul. It's like a soul of a woman. And what I'm hearing is it's grandmother energy. So it would be like a grandmother. And I'm hearing it almost from maternal side is what I'm getting, I think. But this lotus, it's beautiful. It's just sitting there very serenely and it's turning very slowly on top of the water. Okay, so I'm just going to give you that. And like I said, I'm smelling that sandalwood too. But it's very calming and it's very peaceful. Okay, so your card today is the lion. Okay, and I don't remember totally, but I think I've given you the lion in before. And the lion is an older male that's around you, and it's that energy that I'm picking up on. it's almost sitting there because of the fact that it's protecting that space, like the pond that this lotus flower is sitting in, and it's just calmly sitting at the edge. But it is representing an older male for you, and I'm not sure if they're. It's kind of either they're here, or they've got a strong way to connect, like I would connect, like to the spirit land, and that brings them balance. So it's hard for me right now to say, yeah, he's here or he's on the other side. It's almost like I said, like he can connect. Okay, he's very connected to divine energies, to spirit energies, but whatever and whoever this grandmother energy that's coming in is very important to this man that's being represented as a lion. Okay, this is about, and they're showing me the tree. Okay, they're showing me the big tree of life, like right around the edge of the uh, pond, and the lion is laying between the tree of life and the pond with the lotus. I know that's a lot, but they're really showing me specific for some reason, and they're also showing me praying hands. So I'm not really sure what's going on in your life because we don't talk like that. But this is very important. It's the connection with spirit and family and the tree of life. So this is like very, I don't know if it's your culture or the way you speak to the divine or creator God or whoever it is that you work with, but this connection is really strong. But they're bringing this up. Okay, so yeah, I'm hearing like an anniversary. So the male lion is with the lows. It's like an anniversary of whoever's soul is connected to this lotus. Yeah, and that candle is burning really bright, but it's a small one. So this isn't as much of about you as it is about whatever's going on currently with your life, whether it's family by choice or it's like connected to some kind of event or date. So you're going to have to go back and look and see. But this is really strong. And I'm not seeing the woman, but I'm, like I said, it's like grandmother kind of energy, grandmother. And I do get it's more on the maternal side. But this man that's represented with the lion, I can't tell you if he's here or there because he connects to both sides very, very strongly. So that's what I got for you today, Presh. I'm sorry it's like not more direct, but I could probably sit and do it for an hour and give you more, but it's just today. So there you go. The lion is your card today, and I hope it resonates. Okay, Teresa, I already read for you. I'm not really sure what this is. Let me see here. I'm really sorry for all that you're going through. You know, it's a lot. I've been through physical things myself recently, and it's not fun. Try to find balance. Yeah, I get to with the throat cancer. I went last year, and I didn't really tell everybody, but I had to go downstate to the Carmanos Cancer Facility because I had something on my throat inside. It was not cancer, but it did cause a lot of issues. They take care of it. It's gone. And I've been through this, and I've been through the bone issues and losing spouses, and it's never ever easy. And you know, you can reach out to me on my professional or my business page, and if you want to talk with me, I can talk with you later. But yeah, I'll add you to my prayers. I can do that for sure. Okay. Thank you, Rashid. How are you? I hope you're well. Oh, you know, I'll talk about it tomorrow. We have, yeah, hi. I can do that, Val. I have, you're welcome, Jerry. Tomorrow, Holly Jenkins and myself will be on, and tomorrow I'm gonna bring on some video clips and stuff of tech that we use, that a lot of people use nowadays out in the field when they're out doing paranormal investigations or what. And I will be also telling you about some really cool stuff that happened over the weekend with some of the tech. So yeah, it should be good. Check in with us tomorrow. Same time, same channel. Okay, here we go, Val. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, this is actually one of my favorite creatures. I love them. Snake is your card today, and everybody's like, "Oh wow, the snake in the grass." Now, snakes are all snake medicine I carry, and it's challenging to get used to snake totem, snake medicine. But snakes are really cool. They're not slimy. They're very intelligent, and they move quickly, and there's all kinds of stuff you can tell them about the snake. With the snake for you today, this is about okay, this is about like you've stopped. Like, okay, so you have this growth spurt and you're doing, and what happens is with the snakes is when they do grow, they shed their skin. So it's like shedding all the stuff that isn't serving them anymore, and they're growing in positives, okay? But what I'm seeing with you is like you've gotten to a point where you're kind of in that in between. You're not completely, you haven't completely left the stuff that you don't need behind you, and you've started to move forward, but you're not quite sure how to do that. And part of it is, what I see is you're really not sure which way you want to take it. So I'm feeling that whatever this is in your life, you're not sure which direction to take whatever this is, if you should just stay. So you're like in a stasis place, and you're not able to move through it. Part of the reason you're not able to move through it is because you haven't kind of accepted what you've been taught from prior to now. Like the stuff that you started to shed was, yeah, you were ready to get rid of it, but there's parts of it that you're not ready to get rid of it, and that's okay. That's another thing. You guys all have to realize that there's no book, there's no instruction manual that we all get with life, and everybody goes through life different. And whether it's grief or joy or new jobs or old jobs or people that are in our families or our friends, it doesn't matter. How we react or how we move forward is based on us. People will look at you and say, well, like grief. I'll just use grief as an example. Oh, well, you know, this happened like 8 months ago. You should be like moving on, like get with it. You can't tell people that, because everybody grieves differently. You know, everybody celebrates differently. So this is where you're at. You're kind of in that position of, I don't know what I want to do next. I'm not really sure how to move forward. And that's okay. Give yourself a break. Don't beat yourself up. Don't feel guilt because you're not able to do certain things yet, or not ready to, or maybe not even willing to. And that's okay too. So you need to figure out which direction you want to go. And if whatever it is that's in front of you, you don't want to deal with, or you don't want to engage with, that's fine. Okay, so just sit back and kind of look at your options. But this is where you're at. So you've had a lot of growth. You've had a lot of cool things happen, but you're still kind of in that stasis period where I'm not really sure which direction I want to go. Remember, you have free choice and will. Don't let anybody else make the decision for you. Take the right time that you need to do it in, and that's all good. It doesn't matter, because it just doesn't matter in the bigger scope of things, okay? No manual. It's okay. All right, so that's your card today, Val, and thanks for popping on. I hope it resonated with you, yeah? All right. Oh, there she is. Hi. See? Now, see? That's only... Yeah, whoever's Facebook user, no, I see you, but not your name. Just write your name. It's probably where you're at. Just put your name in like Tony did, I'm sorry. And I don't know what happened to Kara. She kind of disappeared, so I'm not really sure where she's at either. So yeah, let's see what we've got for Tony today. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, you got an elemental today. That's like cool. Elemental of fire, right? So fire, what a gift fire is, right? We can cook with it. We can heat things up with it. We do saunas with it. We clean with heat and fire, right? We put water there to boil. They clean with heat for medical purposes like instruments. Fire cooks our food. Fire keeps us warm. Fire is awesome element. Very difficult to manage when you're bringing it into your life for purpose. Okay. So what I'm seeing with you is like a controlled burn. Okay. So those of you that may not know what a controlled burn is, it's when our Department of Natural Resources here in the US actually set an area, a specific area, and they kind of trench it out all around it and they incinerate it for purpose, because what it does is it takes it down and then it allows new growth. So it'll take down all like old dead trees and things that really need to be gone, and it burns it. And then the next while, not a whole long later, like a month or so, you have all new growth coming in, right? So, and this is what they're showing me with you is a controlled burn. So I'm being shown like your immediate circle, your sacred circle, whoever you've got in there. There's some people in there, and they're very specifically telling me there's people in there that you've got that you need to kind of, and they're not saying cut ties, they're saying burn the ties. Okay, obviously you're not going to go out and burn somebody, but burn the connections. It's like get them out of your playing field. It's not good for you to have them there because they're holding you back. This is the exact words I'm being told. They are holding you back from what you want to do, what you need to do, and what you've contracted to do. So you need to just kind of go in and cleanse and release those that are not resonating with you right now. Down the road, you may just bring them back in. But right now, you need to clean that. And once you do, you're going to kind of be like rocked a little bit. They said they're going to rock our world a little bit. They're going to be surprised, but they're not. They're so, okay. This is like really crazy today. Okay, so they're saying like they won't even realize that you put them on the outer side of your circle. They won't even realize it because they're kind of ego based, and by ego based it means they think more about themselves than anything else. So these are the kind of people that you need to move to the outside. Now if they change down the road, you can let them back in, but that's up to you. That's your rule book. You're the gatekeeper. You do what you need to do. But yeah, you kind of need to do that control burn. All right, so I hope that resonates for you, Tony, and thanks for popping on. Okay. No, I cannot see you guys. All you gotta do, listen to me. If you hear me, just put your name in there. Okay. Oh, all right. Here we're going down. Hi, Kay. How are you? Oh, let's see. Hang on, guys. It's popping all over. Hi, Lynn. Yeah, I can do you a crew. I can. Yes, I can. Hi, Angela. Yeah, I can do you too. Yeah, Mango, you know, I laughed because I tried to, Cindy, you'll appreciate this. I tried to record what I got channeled yesterday, and I recorded it 8 times, and I didn't put it up. I put it up, and then I realized the volume wasn't on it, and all I could hear was the birds screaming. So yeah, anybody that knows me, the birds are like here up front and close, and Phoenix side, this side, like right there, right above my thumb. He's sitting on top of his cage, behaving for a change. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Lynn. Oh, I haven't had this card come up in a while. All right, so your card today is the Raven. Okay, so there's some stuff going on around you, and the Ravens are kind of communicators. I don't know if you've ever had them like pop in on you at your property or wherever you live, but they will literally follow you around until you address whatever they're bringing up to you, because they're messengers. They're messengers of the in-between. Okay. Yep. Okay, so I'm seeing 3. Okay, so I'm seeing 3 ravens, and they also come in to teach us stuff. And if we don't want to listen to them, and this has happened to me, there's some days you just don't want to hear them, right? You don't want to hear it. You don't want to know it. You just like go away and leave me alone. Well, we can't do that. And what I'm being shown is there's 3 ravens coming in because there's something that really needs attention going on in your life right now. And it's almost like every time you get close to, they're saying solving it or figuring it out, you push it to the back burner. Like, I don't want to deal with that right now. And that's why they keep showing me, yeah, you keep telling us that, Barry. You keep it, go away, go away, go away. I don't want to hear you. But they will drive you crazy if you don't listen to what they're saying. So what I'm being shown is whatever this is, you keep putting it in. I'll deal with it later. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. And it's been dragged forward so much. And okay, yep. Okay, so what I'm being told from Spirit is just deal with it, pull the Band-Aid off and do it. And once you're finished with it and it's settled, you'll have that weight off your shoulders and you'll be like, wow, why didn't I just do that before? And sometimes we kind of add fear to ourselves or situations, and you just kind of got to let it go. Because if it's something that's coming up and you have, okay, yeah, okay, I will. Okay, so this is an example. And I had something that I really didn't want to call. And I had to talk to somebody about. I have a ton of medical bills, right? And I just kept putting it off all last week and putting it off and putting it off. Because every time I communicated with them, they weren't doing what they said they were doing. And I didn't really want to make the call. I'm like, whatever. But today, because I didn't want to deal with it, right? But today, and I knew it was going to be okay, I made the call. And yes, they called back and everything's cool. So why don't we do that? I guess it's a human thing. And we kind of sometimes think the worst, right? We always think the worst when we're human, because especially if it involves us, it's like, oh, I don't want to deal with it. So whatever this is, just rip the Band-Aid off. And you'll be fine. You'll get through it. You've got the knowledge and the experience to deal with whatever this is, and stop dragging it forward. Just get rid of it. And then it'll like open up so much more room of positives coming into you. And if you don't do that, what it's going to do, it's going to keep nagging you. It's going to keep adding stress. And it's going to just keep saying, I'm still here. I'm still here. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, still there. So just whatever this is, just deal with it and you'll be good. Okay. And that's your card today, the Raven. Ooh, what time is it? Oh, I got time. I got nothing else to do today. So, all right, let's see what I can get for Angela. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm laughing because those ravens are still in my head. All right, we're getting a lot of elementals today, which is really cool. Okay, today your elemental is water. Awesome card. Okay, elemental, like fire. You know, water, we're made up of water. Our bodies, humans, most of what we are is made up of fluid, of water. Water cleanses, water renews. Water helps carry us through stuff. You know, it helps things to grow. It feeds the creatures, right? It gives them water. So for you today, this is all about the energy flow. Because what I'm feeling right now is it's like it was going really well, and then all of a sudden it kind of got caught up a little bit, and you kind of did the swirl in the river, and then you're moving again a little bit, but it's not moving as quickly as you want it to. And part of it is because you have to accept things change, okay? Because what I'm seeing is the movement that's coming, you don't really want to go that way, but we're changing all the time. And I think this is something else that as humans, we don't always understand, or we're so resilient against change. But from the moment we're conceived, we change. Every moment of every day after we're born, we're still changing. To when we get older, we're still changing. Every moment we take breath, we are changing. So this is what they're trying to tell you. Okay. Don't resist it. Kind of go with that flow. And you'll get to a place by allowing stuff to come in that will assist you and help you with whatever this is that you're trying to move through right now. It'll clear up, but you just have to allow it. And it's almost like you've put the dam down in front of the water and said, no, I don't want to go over there. And it's like, well, yeah, but that's the way it's going. And that's the way we have to flow right now so we can get to the next part of the journey. And you're like, I really don't want to deal with that right now. And you've literally like closed the river. So you've stopped that flow. And the flow is energy. Okay. So you will be renewed. You will kind of be rejuvenated. You'll begin again. It's kind of like when the salmon go up the river, they do it to lay eggs to continue the cycle of their life, right? So you need to go with the flow and don't fight it so much, because that's what's hurting or not allowing you to get further with whatever this is further down the road. It's okay. And I'm also told to tell you that that divine energy also has you. So I'm not really sure what's going on, but it's okay. So if they threw me out in the middle of the ocean, I would not like to be there. If they threw me out in the middle of one of the Great Lakes where I live, I would not like to be there. I will go on a river, no problem, but I do not like to be on big bodies of water. And that's what they're showing me. It's almost like you put yourself on this great big body of water, and it's like, how do I get out of it? So you have to allow the water to flow so the tide will take you where you need, or the river will take you where you need. Don't halt it, because it's still going on the other side, and you just keep banging up against it. So go with that flow, and it should be okay. Just take it a moment at a time, but you're not going to get away from it, because it's going to stay there until you deal with it. Okay. So I hope, Angela, that resonates for you, and thank you. Yeah, they're quiet now. Actually, the Keats, Cindy, the parakeets that I had, the two parakeets that they brought up to me, they're making more noise than anybody else right now. All right, so good. I'm glad. Blessings to you too, Sherry. Thanks for being on. All right. Okay, Lynn, I got you. Yep. You're there now. I'm Val. Yep. I gave you a card. So, yep, I see you. All right. Let's see. Yeah, well, Rita, it's like, yeah, yeah, I get it. I mean, what's weird for me is I'm in Michigan, and it's usually 80 degrees to 90 degrees in August, and it's like 64 degrees right now here. 64 degrees. It's like crazy. The weather is, and I really feel for everybody. Okay, Candace. Sure. No, I don't. I can see you here writing that. Yeah, sure. Let me see what I can get for you today. See, that's all you got to do. Hi, Rose. I see you down there, too. Hang on. Oh, hang on here. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Ooh, you have got the Crystal Keepers. All right, so the Crystal Keepers for you are all about retaining that knowledge, downloading that knowledge. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so crystals, and what people don't realize about crystals is we have crystals in our phones, we have crystals in our computers, we have crystals in our television sets, and crystals are used for energy and all kinds of stuff, right? Well, they've been doing this since way back in time. You can go back when the Druids were walking, the earth, when the Romans or when the Egyptians, crystals were very important to them. So if you look, these are natural. They're grown, right? This is how they grow. I can't reach the other ones right now, but as you can look on the inside, some of them actually have, like this one has a dragon in it, and this is a lemon quartz, okay? And crystals, what they do is they pull energy. And I work with them a lot. Matter of fact, the ones I do a lot of healing work with, I'll show you this one. This is a green amethyst crystal. And these are healing crystals. So you can use them to amplify. You can use them and set intentions for them to assist us. All right. So with the crystal keepers, what they're showing me for you, and they told me to grab this one, is you have some things that are unsettling is the word they're using, and it's almost like you need to use a crystal of sorts, maybe that you have already, I don't know, but you can use it to amplify your energy, to amplify, I feel like it's almost protection that you need, not somebody's coming after you, but kind of protection from the chaos that's around the world. Around you in your world, or people that are just false prophets is what I just heard the word, false prophets. So they're not really showing you who they really are, or they are turning from what they originally showed you. So this is all about for you. It's about downloading what you need, because that's what they store, and repurpose that energy for work that you're supposed to be doing to help clear your space. And let me tell you, you use a crystal in that kind of work, and it will amplify whatever it is you're feeling. So if you're angry, which I don't recommend grabbing a crystal for that, it sends that out. But what it does, it also attracts, right? So instead of anger, you use it as energy, positive energy, to push away the negatives. Because the negatives in our lives do not help us. They teach us. They teach us what not to do, or who not to hang around, or, but you don't want to attract more negatives. So that's what your card is today. It is the Crystal Keepers. And use it. Use that power. Use that energy, because it's all for good. I look at your kind of like the energy that's coming through, and it's kind of almost, I feel like you're not sure which way to take whatever this is. So just think about it as taking care of yourself, not anybody else, not doing it for anybody else, but doing it for you, so that you're just as important as anything else. And you don't need BS in your life. I don't need BS in my life. And my BS meter works really well. So, and I'm at 62 now. So yeah, I don't usually take a lot of that. All right. So I hope that works for you, Candace. Thanks for popping on, and thanks for I hope it resonates for you. Oh, I'm not worried about it. Rose, whatever. I'm not worried about it. It'll go or it won't. No big deal. All right. Going down. Here you go. Yeah, here you go. Let me just get you here. I'll just give you, I don't know what is happening. I don't know. Let me see what's going on, Cara. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I think you got this card recently. I'm not sure, but I think it was you. It's the cow. Everybody's like, oh, it hasn't been here before. What's a cow? Who'd want that totem? Cows are awesome. They are wonderful animals. They love people. Like when they're calves and they grow up, you can have a cow will act just like a dog or a horse. They know you. They're great. Okay. Plus, they've got an amazing digestive system. They have 3 parts of their stomach that they ruminate things in. Okay, that's where the word ruminate comes from. Like you're ruminating over something. You're not sure until you continue to ruminate. Okay, so the cow is showing me like right up like this, like the card is like right in my face. And it's, you're not allowing, okay, and this is what I'm being told, you're not allowing what needs to happen. You're trying to control it and push it out of the way. But there's certain things as we walk forward in the human that we have to go through in order to experience it. Good, bad, and indifference, it doesn't really matter. But you need to allow it. And it's like you're not allowing it. It's like, no, I've had enough to deal with. I don't want to deal with this. Nope, don't want to think about it. You need to just pull the Band-Aid off and deal with it. And it, again, kind of like today's message, I think, is we put so much fear into things sometimes because we're afraid if we do it, it's going to have bad circumstances. And 99% of the time, it doesn't have bad experiences. It comes and we deal with it. And it's like, oh, wow, why didn't I do that before? Wow, that wasn't so bad. And this is what they're telling you. And it's like you're pulling back. You're trying to get the cow to go backwards. And it's like, no, just deal with it. So don't ruminate it. Just deal with it. It'll be okay, whatever this is. And I feel like it's really a big stressor, whatever this is for you right now. So yeah, so there you go, the cow, and that's what it says. All right, thanks, Cara. I'm sorry you couldn't get on. We'll try to do that another time. All right. Do you? I love them too. I miss mine, although I couldn't physically take care of them anymore. But I raised them for a few years. We had them. Oh, we had them about 10 years. When I had more property, it was good. Okay, so I did not see that till just now. Okay. So here you go. It's stressful, just like I told you. Things are stressful. Okay, so we look at people, and I'm just not. It's not even an age thing, all right. People who get terminal illnesses, right? Or, and I have a few clients. I actually have a few friends that are going through very similar things. And there's two ways you can deal with it. You can spend time with them and have happy memories and make joyful memories, even little moments, and support them during their transition. Not saying it's easy, but support them, because where they go is energy. Our souls are all energy. So when we leave our human body, we continue on the other side. This is my truth. This is what I know to be. I kind of tried to go there, and I got tossed back each time, but it's there. So what I've always through my life, and I've helped a lot of people over the years, not even helped, they've blessed me by asking me to spend time with them while they were terminally ill or going through disease or, near death or whatever. It is one of the biggest privileges I have ever received from people in my life, to be there and help them to transition in a gentle, peaceful way that they know we're supporting them and it's going to be okay. My mom, I sat with. I had the privilege of being there before she passed, and I sat with her as she transitioned through. And the energy was amazing. The peace was amazing. And she lived a full life, as I'm sure your Nan has with you and your family. They've lived through amazing times and amazing things, and they're walking history books, and it's something to be revered. So I look at death as a little bit different than others, because that's something, as we're born, we're guaranteed at some point we're going to die. It's not fun to think about, but I look at it in a different way. It's just that they change their energy and they're still around us. So a lot of times I pray that the pain goes away, right? That they're taken away from our bodies that are riddled, like you said, riddled with cancer. That's rough. So be there for them and help her. And in the same time, she will give you that gift back because she appreciates that you're there. All right. That's for anybody. It's one of the greatest gifts I've ever been given throughout my life, to be there with when I worked at Children's Hospital and children passed, to be there with their families or holding the child's hand or the family's hand, or even in my own life. It's just an amazing, amazing thing to be part of. And I'm not scared of it. If it shows up for me one day, it's okay because it's part of life. All right. Yes, sure, I can do that, Miss Carol. How are you today? You're very welcome, Teresa. Very welcome. Hi. Okay. I'll get you in a minute. I'm just looking at this. Presh, thank you. Okay. Okay. See, I just don't know that. Okay, so then maybe this has something to do with that person, you know. Yeah, I don't know, Presh, but that was the message. So I don't know. You'll know better than I am how it than I do how it will resonate with you. Isn't that crazy though? I mean, like I don't even know. I don't know what you do, or I just don't. But there's such a strong connection. It's crazy. All right, Carol, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, well, you got the rabbit as well today. Okay, but yours isn't a ta-da. Okay, so this is the card you have today. It's rabbit. It's about picking up the pace, is what I'm being told for you. So there's stuff going on in your life, and there's situations, and wow, I now have 3 hawks above my house. That's pretty amazing to watch them circle. That's also a big blessing as I'm doing your read. So that's cool because they had left, and now I have 3 of them. But this is about picking up the pace. It's like whatever's going on with you, you're almost like, how do I do I really have to push through this? Do I have, yeah, just pick that pace up and just move through it, because whatever this is minor. They're telling me really loud. It's minor. It's a minor thing. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. And they're just saying, pick it up. And by picking it up, I see the rabbit like running down the path really quick, a little butterball tail going up in the air, and they just push through it. So don't make a mountain out of a molehill. Whatever this is, Carol, you just need to kind of go up to it and say, yep, I'm the boss and I'm pushing through it. Okay. And just do it. And once you do and you get through it, you won't even think back on it, because it's not a big deal. So whatever this is, they just keep telling me, push through it, go through it, pick up the pace. Yeah, and it's like it's minor. So why are you thinking it's bigger? Now, if you add fear to it, what happens is we get stalled and we bring more stuff into us that is negative. So that's what you need to kind of let go of that and just pick up the pace and move it. There you go. And that's your card today, Carl. And thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate everybody, especially all the new people. I love it. Hi, Susan Cooper. How are you? Hi, Chloe. Up. I'm glad, Presh. Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, it is a lot. I can tell you, it's a lot. Hi, Susan. How are you? Miss Susan Cooper. How are you? Thank you for popping on today. I'm going to shuffle these and switch them up and put them up and put them down. All right, let's see what I got for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Wow, as much as I shuffled those cards, you also got the cow. Okay, so the cow. Okay, so for you, what I'm being shown is the cow with the calves, right? So And I'm seeing like a split. So they're like the calves are on one side of the fence and the mother cows are on the left side of the fence, other side of the fence, right? And there's this divide and it separates them. And I don't know if any of you have lived by a farm, but I had my property, so I was near a farm. I had 10 acres, and then the farmer next door had cows. It is the most horrendous thing to go through the season they go in after the calves are born and they're there and they grow to a certain age. And I'm not really sure what that age is. I think it's like 6 months or something. But then they separate the mothers from the calves. And all you do is hear all night long the mama cows crying for the baby cows and the calves crying for their moms. It is like, and it takes like a couple weeks for them to kind of settle. And this is what I'm showing for you right now is there's this divide going down and it's stressing you guys out. It's stressing you and whoever this is. And it's like pushing you need to push away because whoever this is on the other side, you both need to do your own parts, but on your own. So it's almost like enabling, like you would enable each other, but you're both capable of doing whatever this is on your own. But there's, again, like I see, it's like a divide going right down and pushing away. I want to say that it is like a younger person in yourself, and it's okay. And it's okay to, I mean, I get it, right? Like the cows, I mean, I feel for them because they miss their babies and the babies miss their mamas. And I get it, but they'll be okay. Sort of like, I'm the snow goose on the medicine wheel. That's what I was born under. And the snow goose has the attitude of raise your kids, give them everything you need. And then when it comes time, pack their bags and hand them to them and say, yep, okay, go do adulting 101. And that's how I do things. And this can, what I'm being shown can be a person or a child. I'm not really sure, but it is like pushback. So you both have to do your own thing. And by doing it, you'll strengthen yourselves. By working together, kind of enable, it brings up an enabling or a kind of like, what is the word I want to think? It's putting it together as one rather than two separate. And you need to separate. You need to do it separately. So I hope, Susan, I hope that resonates for you. And thanks for popping on today. I really appreciate it. All right, I'm going down. Yeah, right. I know, right? It was a lot, girl. I'm not going to say it's not. It is a lot. Yeah, I don't remember. Okay, so here's the thing, and Carol, you'll have to go back and look. We're at a 128, so it'll be a little bit before 128 when you go through the stream. I don't remember. Okay, I can tell you something, and once I give you that message, I don't even remember what I said. The only reason I remember what Presh said was, or I said with Presh, is because we were going back and forth and back and forth. So yeah, I just don't. It's okay. I gave you your card, babes. And I'll put you in prayer as well. Yeah. Okay. So hang on. Let me go down. Yep. I got you, Carol. Well, I can see what I can pull up for you, Annette. Let me see what I can pull up for you. Let's see. All right. Here we go. I can show you the bottom card. The bottom card cracks me up. I love these. This was a friend of mine that actually had them. It came up to the fence, and that's what it was looking at me. Scary, right? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so your card today, this is a beautiful card actually, is the ancestors, okay? And ancestors can mean your bloodline, or it can just mean in general the ancestors of the planet. But what I'm being shown for you is sort of like you've gotten to this point in your life and you've had a lot of influence from what I'll call elders during your lifetime, and they've kind of really imprinted on you. And the old ways, right? So like the old ways, like when I look, the old ways that I grew up with are not really consistent with what young people do or think today. Like, I mean, you could take a young person today, even in their mid 20s, late 20s, their early 30s, and you could set them in a room, lock the room, give them a rotary phone, a TV with no remote, and a few other things, right? And they wouldn't know what the heck to do with it. They just would like, what? That's a phone? Like, what? How do you use that? Well, where's the remote? Okay, so we grew up differently, and this is what they're showing me. Your life had a lot of the elders' influence. Okay, so you respected the adults like I did. You know, today young kids, I don't believe not all of them, but a lot of them, they don't really respect like what we went through or we grew up with. And, you know, I look back even at my parents and my grandparents, and they really didn't have that attitude with their parents, you know, and my grandparents didn't really have that attitude with me. We were in a loving family unit and friends. And this is one of the good things that I was taught growing up. And this is what I'm seeing for you. And I feel like you've almost felt like you're lacking that. Like it's your time now as people to look to for answers, because maybe you've experienced different things in your life. And I'm not saying you're old. That's not what I'm saying at all. But you look at life in a different way where you respect the elders, where you respect the ancestors, okay? And there's a lot of information that you can get historically on family members. And I feel like some of this is really important that you need to know. And I think there's stuff that you don't know about the people in your lineage or your bloodline. And I think it would be productive if you did. So it's almost like they want you to dig a little bit, because there's some things that they did that maybe not everybody in the family know or everybody in the friend line knows, but it would be advantageous for you to understand it. And it's kind of, okay, so what they're showing me is they're showing me the picture that I have of my grandmother when she was 15 years old, and they were up in the boardwalk area of New York, right? And she was sitting on a beach, 15 years old, with her best friend, and they were drinking rum. And it was at a time of Prohibition, and my grandfather's the one that took the picture, okay? But if you look at them, you don't think of your grandparents as being old, right? We've all lived lives. Like, I look at myself, some of the stuff I did in my teens and my 20s were like, oh, yeah. So, you know, we're all human and we all go through that. And I think some people forget about that. And this is what I'm being shown for you. You kind of need to go back and kind of reminisce and talk to people that are maybe older than you right now and kind of get their back history. And I think it'll be very interesting for you, but I also feel it is relevant to something that's going on with you. And that's your card today, and it is the ancestors. Oh, wow, guys. All right. Well, I've been here an hour and a half. I appreciate everybody that's here today, and I love you. And don't forget, tomorrow, Holly Jenkins and myself will be here at 3:00 p.m. Eastern, talking with you all, answering questions and on paranormal, spiritually paranormal. And if you've got clips or anything, let me know. You can always send that in as well. And yeah, so y'all take care and have a great day, and thanks for popping in.
Yeah. Cool, wasn't it? Bye, bear, my bear.
Bye, Mama Bear.
See you later, bear, my bear, my bear.